Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Kay-otic Tea back with another video, you guys, and it is fight night. Oh, yes, you guys. Today, we get into a little review, recap, little commentary of Baddies USA episode 5, you guys. I watched the episodes in real time, so it's like we're watching it together, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all know I'm ready to see who fought and why they fought and everything that had happened, y'all, because y'all know I analyze these fights down to the ground, okay? So we're gonna be talking about all the fades and everything that's going on. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so the show basically starts back up where it left off with Diamond and Pressure fighting, and then Bahati runs up on Emery again, and Emery's just in her confessionals talking about some she just wants to keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And nobody that wins fights wants to keep fighting over and over again. Babe, I would disagree, okay? Because I don't care if I win, lose or draw. I'm going to try to keep fighting you. Like, if I'm activated, especially if I feel like we got real beef, like some real back behind the scenes beef. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep fighting. I don't care if I beat you down to the ground. You better get up and fight again. And my thing is, during Baddies Gone Wild, if y'all watched it last season, they wanted to keep fighting. They didn't want to give Bahati no mercy. So I low-key don't even blame her for wanting to keep fighting like she do. Because they was really on her last season. Like, they was like little hyenas ganging up on her all the time. And I don't really like Bahati all that much. Like, she's not my favorite or nothing like that. But I definitely think they did way too much last season. Okay, so then Tommy and Summer show up. And Summer's like, oh, I don't even want to be here and blah, blah, blah. Girl, then why is you here? Because you said you wasn't coming back. So leave. Don't come back. Like, if you don't want to be here and you this and that and you want to complain and you want to act like you're the program, you're not the program, babe. Don't come back. Like, it's just that simple. But whatever. And then so after they walk in, you see Bahati sprint across the grass in the back of everybody and jump over the little railing. Now, I didn't know that it looks like they're on like like maybe some type of balcony or something like that, child. I don't know, but she was like scaling the side of the balcony after she jumped over. I'm like, Bahati, are you trying to like end yourself? Because what are you doing? Now listen, I'm all with fight all day, scrap all night, if that's what y'all gonna do, but baby, the life risking on the side of, I'm not scaling no building to get to no bitch. I'm not Spider-Man, okay? All right? I'm not doing that. All right? I'm gonna have to use, if I am Spider-Man, I'm gonna have to use my spidey senses to track you and find you later on, because no, I'm not scaling no building. What I look like she needs to I think at this point she probably do need to chill, because what? So then production grabs her and pulls her back over, because it's like, girls, you on your way out, okay? And I don't mean like out the show, I mean like out of life. And they pull her, and then like you can see like the behind the scenes of how many people are actually on set. And I don't produce shows, I don't know what's going on with that, but child, it looks like y'all need a lot. Y'all need all the people. Like, who is the people? That would give me anxiety. Too many people around me, child. I can see why these girls are always so amped up and ready to fight, because there's just so much going on around them all the time. That's high anxiety, child. No, I don't like that. Then you got Rolly talking about some Bahati is spicy and this and that. And, I should have figured it out, because she was raised in Australia with all them kangaroos. She probably got raised by kangaroos. That just about took me out, child. Not raised by the kangaroos. And I mean, them kangaroos do be fighting. They got their little stance. They be having their little kangaroo paws going, ready to get at you, boy. She probably did have to fight a couple of kangaroos in her day. Then, child, Bahati just take off and start running. Like, girl, this is not, and I mean like just running. She not running after nobody. She not trying to get nobody. She ain't trying to fight nobody. She just take off running and security start chasing her. Like, girl, this is not tag, okay? This ain't third grade, babe. What are you doing? Why are you running? Are you just running for nothing? Like, I don't know. Girl, save your energy, because somebody might sneak you. You somewhere, girl. You better watch out. But anyways, y'all. So now we got Summer and Rolly going back and forth, which I don't mind. But what's bothering me is that Natalie gets up here and she's talking about Summer don't want to fight. She's letting you guys know she don't want to fight. And then Summer's like, yeah, I have to have a reason. And then Rolly chimes in and she's like, oh, yeah, you talking all that shit, but you don't want to get in the paint. Now, both things are bothering me because Summer, Rolly's right. Why are you talking and not getting in the paint? Like, shut up. Because then you want to gonna say somebody's trying to bully you and this and that. Girl, good night. Okay? If you don't want to fight, leave the show. Like, leave. And then Rolly, oh, you don't want to get in the paint. You just was telling all the girls last week that they fighting too much. Or, well, you wasn't telling the girls. You was saying it in your confessionals. But, that they fighting too much and they need to show their personality and this and that. Well, maybe Summer's personality is talking shit. Okay? So, let her talk then. Don't tell her to get in the paint. If you talking about all these girls do is fight and all that, just let her talk. Don't say nothing about it. I'm a firm believer that if you talk shit, you get hit, okay? And I don't care how many times you got to get hit. If somebody want to hit you, they should. So I'm all for her talking if that's what she wants to do. But baby, don't sit up here talking about you're not going to fight. And somebody needs to get her. Somebody needs to sneak her, snatch her, grab her, do whatever they can do to get their hands on her because she's still talking. Otherwise, Zeus needs to let her go. Like, they talking about some, Tesehki and Egypt needs to get in the paint or one of them needs to leave. They don't even have no beef. So why would they need to leave? No, bitches who want to come here and pop shit and don't fight about it, they need to leave. So I don't know why, but Summer and Tommy put up together, but yet Summer came in by herself. I'm not sure, I'm sure that's some production type stuff or whatever. So after the arguing or during the arguing of Summer and Rolly, in comes Tommy. And I'm guessing this is Outsider Dolly. Yeah, this is Outsider Dolly and Shreve. Yeah. So they walk in and Tommy is like, I only bring my people with me because, we got shit to do. We probably gonna, after we finish here, we gonna leave and go do some shit. Or we just came from doing some shit. Girl, you got these girls with you because you need backup. Because I don't know what happened, but Love and Hip Hop took all the fight out of you and you can't fight no more. Okay? So you bring these girls for backup. All right? So, they're walking in, child, looking like they ready to bang. Baby girl got on her little sports, little tights and whatnot, her little wig thing. Other one got on her hoodie. They look ready, okay? They look like they ready to go. So Tommy walk in on some, hey, Rolly, what's going on? Like, she kind of, like, she on good energy. And, Rolly's like, hey, but little Miss Instigator over here, Dolly, talking about some, these her fighters. She here with her fighters. Which one of y'all, what, like, basically, who you want your girls to fight against our girls? Like, who going against who? And Outsider Dolly is like, all y'all bitches is ugly. And I'm like, whoa, jumped out the window real fast there. Like, what? You didn't want to say, you didn't want to ask who had beef or, was there issue with X, Y, or Z. You just go, all of y'all, everybody, whole cast, boom, 30 of y'all bitches, ugly, trash. None of y'all wigs is bad. They lifting up all time, like, your eyelashes suck. Like, she just went straight at him. So, obviously, the baddies are not having that, and, they do their little back and forth. So Big Lex is the first to run up because she ain't having it. So while she's running up, you could tell it's a lot going on because everybody else is doing stuff too. So it seems like something might have got cut because then Ivory starts trying to get at the girl. And the thing about that is we know that we found out during filming that this girl got jumped. And supposedly Outsider Dolly was like, yeah, I know you, Ivory. I know your stylist or something is Khalil. Now, Khalil is the boy that had jumped Ivory with Stunner Girl last season, or the last season, somewhere in another season, child. So that made Ivory mad. So she instantly hits the girl, but you don't see the girl get hit. And you don't see the beginning part of their confrontation. So I don't know if it was like on the sidelines, off camera or whatever. And my thing is, child, with all these production people, you got 5,000 cameras, lights, and all type of stuff. How y'all missed this? It should have been every camera on deck over there in that area. So I don't really know how this shit started. And during the process of filming, Outsider Dolly was getting on live and all that kind of stuff, talking about, I just walked up to Ivory, and I just asked her, I just let her know, like, oh, I know who you are, like as if she did it in like a friendly way. Bitch, you came in there talking about everybody ugly and all of this. How would you think she was gonna take what you said? Or even if you was trying to be cool, why would she be cool with you? You just came in there and called her ugly, bitch. What's wrong with you? So I don't know what happened with that. I'm mad that we didn't get to see it because, child, I wanted to see what had happened. So at this point, after Lex is trying to get to Outsider Dolly, then Ivory is trying to get to her, and then, child, the melee just break loose. Girl, Ivory gets to the bitch first. When I tell you, mop. Oh, Lord. Babe, she didn't have a chance. She didn't have a chance in hell. She could. This girl can't fight. Like, and I don't even mean like can't fight like Tavi can't fight or Tavi can't fight, or can't fight like Bahati can't fight, or none of these other girls. Like, she really can't fight. Like, her arms don't work. Like, she's like, her body don't fight. Not like she don't have no skills in fighting. Like, literally can't fight. Like, her arms just was up and her head was oh. She looked like, as if this is the best way I can describe it, she looked like if you got two Barbie dolls and you only got two hands and you're trying to make them fight. So you got to like place one Barbie's arm up and the other arm in the arm, and you got to put one leg up and have them, and then like smash them into each other. That's how she looked. Like a stiff, like her arms couldn't work. Like, they couldn't move, and she just fell down on the ground. Whoever was holding her, the Barbie that was holding that, dropped her. They just dropped her because she just fell on the ground. She just fell on the ground, y'all, with her hand stuck. So yeah, Ivory gave her the works. I don't even know, but okay, let me continue on and see how this goes. But yeah, that was done. So then Lex come, because, I'm going to start calling her Barbie Dolly. Barbie Dolly on the floor. And she... Barbie Dolly is crazy. I be cracking myself up sometimes, y'all. Just ignore me. So anyway, Barbie Dolly on the floor, y'all. And Lex come over, and she just try to, like kick the dog. She tried to kick her to oblivion. And, security grabs her. She don't really get to kick her good. And then the girl, Treve, is standing right there and don't try to give nobody no work. She don't try. Like, you seen your girl fall down. You didn't try to give Ivory no work. You see Lex come in and try to field goal punt this bitch. Didn't try to give her no work. She just standing there. Like, why? If I was Barbie Dolly, I'd be looking at her like, come on. What's going on here? Are you gonna help me or not? So Ivory come back in, whack him, knock Dolly, then, or Barbie Dolly. Then, right while she's hitting her, Lex and Tink jump in and start trying to get her too. And that's when finally Treve starts to at least move. Like, I know she's not a mannequin now. She can move. So then her and Tink square up. So Tink, she a charger, so she get up on her. They get to fighting, and the girl is pulling Tink's wig, and obviously it comes off. So she kind of like moves like she's falling, because she's pulling at the wig, and Tink is also charging at her. She ain't got nothing to hold on to, so she starts to falling. But she don't fall all the way yet, and Tinka just start like bing, 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 giving her them boops, bippity boppities, right? So while she bopping her, child, she done got hold of the girl's hood, because she came in with a hood on. And if anybody, like, come on now, don't ever fight with a hood on, because one thing I know I'm gonna do, you ain't even gotta have a hood on. You can have a jacket on. I'm putting that shit over your face, and I'm tagging you. So Tinka, she got the right idea. She got the hood, and she pull it over her face. Then you see Mariah Lynn on her way trying to get in and jump, because Mariah Lynn good for that. And then it looked like Tinka might have lost her footing a little bit, and she starts to fall kind of backwards. Now, I don't know if she loses her footing because she just, falls, or if it's because of security, because there's a lot of people around them. So then Treve kind of gets on top of Tink at that point. And I'm not going to say she's winning, because I ain't seen Treve throw one punch, but she does end up on top. So then all you see pan over to the left, and there's Barbie Dolly stuck arms in a chair getting dog walked by Lex and Ivory. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like two heavy hitters should have probably done more damage than what they did. But she is getting done up and nobody's coming to help her. There's a girl standing on the side just looking like, oh my God. But security is breaking up other fights. No, this girl is getting jumped and beat up by these two monsters for at least 10 to 15 seconds with no help, zero help. Nobody's coming, girl. You're by yourself. Call Ken or somebody, bitch. Call Skipper. Call somebody because security's not coming, okay? Security's not coming, Barbie Dolly. Like, get your hands unstuck. You better get flexible and do what you got to do. You got to try something, okay? You got to try something because you are getting beat the fuck up. So then, child, they do a little split screen. Lex and them still on their side, and then they show Tinka and Treve over here fighting, and everybody trying to jump in. You see Egypt trying to jump in, you see Dolly trying to jump in because Treve is on top of Tink. And like I said, the way the fight kind of, rolled out and how it happened, it didn't look like Treve just was winning or nothing like that, but Tink did end up on her back. And that's what I'm saying. When you lose your footing and all that type of stuff, and you just go charging at somebody and it's a lot going on, you can end up on the bottom and it's looking like you're losing. But I won't necessarily say she's losing because, I don't know how she fell, because I didn't see Treve throw no punches. It's not like she knocked her out. But yeah, child, everybody is just going crazy. You see Tifa now trying to get in there, Mariah trying to get in there. So they get Treve up off of Tinka, and she's on the couch, and all you see is Lex run, because she's behind the couch. All you see is her run up, bink, sock Treve dead in the head. Like, oh my goodness. Like, these outsider girls, so everybody, of course, obviously don't want to jump, or they talk about not jumping people. Child, because they be jumping people, especially Lex. She always, no jumping, but you be jumping bitches. And I'm not talking about outsider Dolly. I'm talking about other bitches. You be jumping them. But when it comes to these outsiders, we already know how they get down, okay? They don't have no rules, no holds barred. They jumping these bitches, regardless of whatever, okay? So then, side note, you got drunk and drunker over here, Nick and Bahati talking about what's going on? What's happening? I don't know. I'm here for you. I don't know. And Nick is like, you got to calm down. And they're just literally having this little moment in the middle of this melee that is hilarious. But like I said, I knew Nick was drunk. I knew she was drunk in her last fight because that was a little too easy for TT. Anyways, the melee's still going on. And you could see Miss Tesehki child activated. Okay, so she walking around the house. I don't know what she's trying to find. I don't know what she's trying to do exactly right now, but she looking for some trouble. So they end up getting the outsiders outside, and then you could see Treve talking about no, I want to fight, let me fight one-on-one and this and that. And to be honest with you, I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with outsiders coming in, fighting, getting one-on-ones. Like, I mean, I do have a problem with outsiders coming in and just attacking the girls. Like, if they at the club and they just get attacked. But girls that come in with, like, Tommy or whoever, if they want to get their ones, child, they done already had a fight, let them get their ones in. But you can... Tommy is like, Treve, this my girl, this my, my street cousin, and, this what she do. She fight. She, this what she do for a living, child. And baby, if this is what you do for a living, baby, how is you living? Because you can't possibly be making that much money. Not off the way I seen you fight. And I'm just going off of what I seen. What I saw, my own two eyeballs. If this is your job to fight, you're bad at your job. Plain and simple, period, point blank. I don't know what to tell you. So at this point, Treve's just saying she want her ones with Tink. She don't care and she not leaving. So then it goes back to the girls in the house, and Mariah is basically like, listen, if Tommy not gonna fight and she gonna keep bringing in outsiders, then she gotta go. Like, if you don't want to fight on Baddies, then get lost. And I am with you, Mariah. And side note, Mariah called Tommy Drunky Lee. That one took me out. Drunky Lee is hilarious. So then you got Tink talking about yeah, And the next time somebody come here, everybody better be fighting. Everybody better be swinging. And whoop-de-whoop, this and this and that. It's us against them. Girl, listen, like, I'm with you. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's definitely us against them, but it's 2 of them. Like, or 3 if you want to count Tommy, 2.5, because Tommy's not really doing too much. But my thing is, why? Who's everybody swinging on? Like, if y'all gonna jump her, cool, but all 30 of y'all can't jump her. Like, that's wild. Now, that's too much. Okay, Tinka, you tripping now. Because it was you, it was Ivory, it was Lex. Y'all got him. I mean, like, y'all got him. Mariah tried to jump in. Tifa tried to jump in. Egypt tried to jump in. Dolly tried to jump in. That's enough, okay? You don't need Kanaya or whoever else was standing over there. E.T. was standing over there. Like, you don't need all these extra girls. What you need all these people for? If y'all can't handle these little 2 outsiders, then what y'all shouldn't be on Baddies, child. So then out walks from her cave Miss Amber Ali. She in the bathroom, child, after stitching up her wounds or doing whatever she's doing to her wounds. She walks out talking about some, I got a cut over here. I don't even care. I guess she's about to get ready to go to the hospital. I don't know what she's talking about. Because she's saying right here while she's talking that she got 14 or stitches on one side and 15 stitches or something. And I'm like, girl, you ain't even been to the hospital yet. I don't know if she's talking about a past experience or what, but she's saying that she has stitches. So Amber walks outside. She sees Tavy. They get to going back and forth. They don't get to fight, but they start throwing each other's stuff and emptying out purses, throwing wigs in the bushes, child. Everything is just everywhere. But then you see Tifa. She's outside. I'm guessing, I don't know if she's going to get her homegirls or what, Neek and Tay-Tay and them. And she's outside, in the midst of Amber. So I'm thinking that this where it's finna go down now. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the part. So Tesehki kind of just walking around outside, just, kind of by herself. Like, she don't have no security close to her. Nobody's close to her. And Amber is over in the corner. Now, everybody talking about, oh, she was hiding in the bushes. No, she wasn't. She was just standing over there with her. I'm assuming this is her security or whoever, somebody, producer, that's handling her at this point. And she literally just is standing by the garage and she sneaks past them and child sneaks Tesehki in the back of the head. So she hits her with enough force for Tesehki to kind of bend over a little bit, but Tesehki tries to grab, she puts her arms behind her and tries to grab whoever it is because she still can't see him yet. When she turns around, her face looks as if she got hit by a toddler. I mean, there was no distress. There was no worry. She looked like a little baby hit her, and she was turning around to see, oh, what's this little baby doing? Who's little baby acting up around here? What's going on? Somebody call this baby mama. Yeah, she didn't look pressed about it at all. So she realized who did it and turns around and squares up immediately. So they get the fighting, child. So when Amber swings, it looked like she might have hit Tesehki in the face, but you can't really tell, but she was really going for her hair. So she grabs her hair and you could tell that Amber's trying to pull, drag Tesehki down. Girl, immovable mountain, okay? Tesehki don't move an inch. So Tesehki's grabbing her own hair, trying to get it out of Amber's hands, but she's pulling Amber a little bit closer, trying to get her with the other hand. So she ends up grabbing her with her right hand and then just swinging off on her with the left hand. So security is running in trying to break it up. And then you see Tesehki's homegirl, Tay-Tay, run in and start trying to get Amber too, child. So they get over in the corner, child, and you just see Tesehki bombing on something. She's just hitting something. And as the camera pans in closer, child, you can see the security guard is kind of over Amber a little bit. So she's trying to swing underneath the security guard to hit Amber. Girl, she whooping the security ass too. She got security by the hair. It's one of them, I don't know which security guard it is, but he got long hair and he got a ponytail, a little man bun at the top. Girl, she got him by his man bun and trying to pull him off of her with her left hand, pull him off of Amber with her left hand and trying to bop Amber with the right hand, child. So the camera is getting closer and closer, and you can see Amber is really up under the security guard. It looked more like he's taking the hits than Amber is taking the hits. So she finally gets this. Tesehki finally gets this guy up off of Amber. She like, move, but got him by his hair. So Amber is on the ground, and then the security guard, while he's having his hair pulled, he's pushing Tesehki back to get her off of him, really, because he the one getting fucked up. And that's how Tesehki ends up in the bushes. So yeah, anybody that was going around talking about Amber put her in the bushes, no, baby. Security had to get this big monster up off of him. So she ended up in the bushes that way. So she gets up and she's still trying to get her. She like, nah, she snuck me. So Amber on the floor on her back, she is like kicking her feet, trying to kick at Tesehki because, Tesehki trying to get her. So Tesehki grabbing at her feet and trying to snatch her up. But security got his arm up like he's trying to stop her because, Amber already busted open and you can't let Tesehki get to her again. Like, that's just abuse at this point. So Tesehki grabs his arm like she finna bite him. She like, man, move before, man, like you about to get it too. And then you see Egypt walk up in the back. I don't know exactly what she doing or where she going, but maybe because that's her cabaret sister, they trying to have her back. I don't know, but Egypt, you might want to sit this one out, baby girl. Like, just move on back. And in the midst of this, Amber just kicking her feet. Get off me, get this bitch off me, get this bitch off me, bro. Like, girl, why you ask for these problems if you didn't really want them? So I found something interesting because in her confessional, she's like, oh, when the cameras is off, you're not going to try to punk me. And then when the cameras come on, you trying to play America's Sweetheart. And I'm confused. I don't know, like, if her and Tesehki had, like, good vibes at one point. I don't know what she's talking about because it seems like she started with Tesehki on the internet. So I'm confused. I would like some clarity on that. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. So everybody walking in the house, Amber walked past Tavy and they get to going at it again. And Tavy's like, well, you snuck me. And Amber's like, I snuck you? What? I snuck Tavy? I'm so sorry. I'm like, girl, you don't remember what you be doing? Like, I don't remember necessarily a sneak either, but I definitely remember them getting into it. And Amber, you don't remember? Like, I mean, you want to say everybody popping them ills, but I think you might be the one doing it. I don't know. So they're in the house. Tesehki see Treve. Child bomb on her. Sneak her too. I'm like, oh, Lord. I've never seen Tesehki sneak anybody. Well, I guess she kind of snuck Jelly Bean. But I felt like Jelly Bean should have been ready for that. She should have knew, what was coming with that. But I'm saying these girls are outsiders and they already said ain't no rules for the outsiders. So bitch got snuck. So it's a little craziness going on because Tesehki and Treve trying to square up, but her homegirl Neek is jumping in and you can hear Diamond in the background talking about some let her eat. Like let Tesehki go, let her do what she do. And so Treve ends up getting a hold of Neek's hair. Girl, drag her to the ground. I'm like, what the hell? So, but I mean, and it's a lot going on. So, I don't really want to say that that's an indicator of how Neek fight or nothing like that. But I don't know. She might think she a eater and she might not be. Just because she hang out with Tesehki don't mean that she can fight. So, Tesehki gets close to Treve and they get, they start to get to really fighting. So finally, everybody gets out their way and let them square up. And you can see E.T. in the back. I got it paused right now. They squared up. E.T. in the back just smiling like, yeah, let somebody else get some of this. But I had got that one time. Yeah, go ahead, y'all. Oh my God, it's hilarious. So they square up. Tesehki hit her with a left. Boom. And you could tell she was kind of dazed a little bit because then she immediately grabbed Tesehki. Her saying on the internet, on lives and all that kind of stuff that there was no punches thrown, baby. You didn't throw no punches. Tesehki hit your ass. You got hit. And so Tesehki trying to throw a right, but like I said, Treve got a hold of her and she couldn't really, throw the right like she needed to throw it because she's holding on to her. So Tesehki bulldozes her into the wall and just kind of got her pinned down for a little second. Nothing too bad. They just kind of, at this point is when it's just a scuffle. Where Treve was saying online oh, it's just a scuffle. Now it's just a scuffle but you definitely got hit at least once or twice. I mean, I couldn't tell if the right went all the way through, but I know that left got you, babe. I know it got you. And then you see Mariah over there trying to jump in too, child. So then pressure come sneak Diamond. Diamond like, oh shit, I gotta get her back. Then you see Amber going out to the car, like they trying to get her to the car like a monster coming. They like, hurry up, please get in the car. Like, get her in the car, child. She talking about that done split me open, child. Like, it's just a mess. So they get back in the house. Tesehki like, where are the outsiders, baby? Bring them in. Let's eat them up. Like, let's eat them. So the outsiders are finally gone, and it seems like all the regular baddies are just in the house now. So you got Messy Dolly talking about some, what's going on with Egypt and Kanaya? You know, they got some issues, you know, whatever. And so they get to going back and forth now. And like, I get Dolly trying to turn it up or whatever, but I don't know. She just seemed, I don't know. And sometimes I like a little bit of instigation, but every now and then it's like, girl, shut up. Just shut up. She over here talking about some, not on my set. Y'all not about to be, you know, just ignoring the issues and all that. Y'all gonna get down. Yeah, girl, this is not your set. This is Natalie's set. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, that where you think you're not Natalie, babe. So Kanaya and Egypt start going back and forth. And Kanaya is like, yeah, when you addressed that with Tesehki, you didn't want to get in there with her, but you want to get in there with me. Baby, rewind. When did she address Tesehki? What are we talking about? Was she addressed online? Was she addressed in person? Was this was it a phone call? What happened with that? See, I need somebody to explain. What is y'all talking about? Okay, that's number one. So they're going back and forth, and you know, they're like, Kanaya's like, yeah, you're a loser and this and that. And she just popping big shit. And I'm just like, girl, last time you was running, like, I don't know if you want to be popping it like this. Like, Egypt kind of, you know, put the beats on you, baby. I don't know. You should probably talk a little nicer. So in the midst of Kanaya and Egypt arguing, child, Baddies and Hurricane square up again, child. And it's just like, at this point, like, let it go. Somebody let it go. Somebody separate them, do something with them. Because I'm tired of seeing this non-ass fight. Because Baddies cannot fight, but she gonna keep trying. And Lord, when I tell you, she cocks her arm all the way back to Australia and brings it all the way to Hurricane. That's why she can't win no fights. You cocking back too far. You can't start your fist in Australia and end up in this wherever you at right now. Like, you can't do that. You have, like, you gonna get hit seven times before you get one hit off because your arm way in the back to Zimbabwe or wherever you're from. Like, what in the world? Oh, stress me out, child. They stressing me out. So they go back to Egypt and Kanaya. Apparently, Egypt copping some kind of pleas to Rolly about something, and then she just turned around and bopped Kanaya in the face. They get to fighting. Egypt will not let go of Kanaya's hair. Security trying to break them up is not happening. Then Hurricane and Baddies go another round. And it's just back and forth. It's all over the place. I can't even like give y'all a proper explanation of what's going on because it's so crazy. Okay, so Egypt and Kanaya go 2 rounds. And to be honest with you, I'm over here like, what? So I don't know, like, it didn't look like anybody won either round to me. It just looked like a bunch of swinging. And I expected more from Egypt. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, she wasn't really getting in there. I didn't like this fight. It was just blah, like, to be honest with you. So she goes outside, Egypt goes outside, and she's like, oh, Kanaya got the first round. I got the first round, Kanaya got the second round. The air got the rounds. What y'all talking about? And then Diamond in her confessional, she was like, yeah, Kanaya was giving it to Egypt. She was just knocking her head back. I didn't see that part. Like, if Zeus is cutting out bitches getting their heads knocked back, then what are we here for? Like, there shouldn't be no cutting of that. Like, I don't know. The fight, the way they're talking about it is not the way I see it. Their fight is just regular. Like, it's just, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about Egypt and Kanaya's fight. Am I tripping? Because I didn't see nothing too impressive there. And that's from either party. So finally, we have a little calm in the midst of all this storm. Natalie just basically announced where they're going and what they're about to do. And then she lets everybody know that Daisy and Camilla left, which, I don't think anybody didn't see that coming. And then she kind of exposes Camilla's text messages to the group and was saying that she was mad because she was bent over a pole by Lex and all this other type of stuff. And I'm just like, girl, you really didn't have to do that. I mean, like, it seemed like you and Camilla are cool. Like, it was unnecessary to put her out there like that, but whatever, child. So then she asks her famous question, does anybody have anything they want to get off of their chest? And Rolly addresses Pressure, and she's basically like, I don't even know you. Why do you have an issue with me? Because I'm guessing they have an issue. And Pressure gives some dumbass reason about her seeing Rolly somewhere, and then Rolly tried to act like she didn't know who she was, so now she want to fight. Girl, how is Rolly supposed to know who you are? Like, not everybody watch Now That's TV. Not everybody know exactly what's going on. Maybe she didn't recognize you, ho. Like, calm down. Like, Pressure really just wants clout, and she just wants a problem with anybody who she feels like she has a possible chance at beating, because she ain't tried none of that shit with the heavy hitters. She ain't tried no smoke with Lex. She ain't tried no smoke with Tesehki. And, you know, her and Ivory, they just happen to have history. But Pressure needs to have a seat a little bit. Like, she is entertaining and everything, but I feel like she's doing things and it's not organic. Like she likes to say, it's just not organic. So in the midst of their conversation, child, Diamond sneaks Pressure to get back from the sneak that's Pressure had snuck on her earlier. And Diamond is like, I'm the queen of sneaks. I'm just a sneaker. That part was pretty funny, I ain't gonna lie. So then in the midst of that, E.T. sneaks Pressure. Okay, it's just a lot of sneaking going on. Like, it's a sneaky day here right now. But yeah, so that finally ends the house meeting, child. Like, yes, let's move on. Like, don't get me wrong, I was entertained. There was a lot of good fights, but at a point, it's just like, when there's too much going, I like organized fights. Let me say that. I like, okay, you're going to fight. All right, square up, you fight. Okay, you're going to fight, square up, you fight. Like, that's what I like to see, because I want to see. I don't want to miss nothing, okay? Like, I want to know who swung left, who swung right, who did an uppercut, who dragged, who pulled, who tugged. I'm trying to see all of that. So, yeah, they need to get some organization to this house meeting. So then we go to one of the weirdest scenes I think we've probably ever seen in Baddies history. We get to Amber Ali. She's at the hospital now. She's saying she don't want to go in because they're trying to set her up. Something's going on and she's scared, child. She get the running from production. And when I say running, I mean running, sprinting, taking off. Forrest Gump, okay? Like, out of there. Pum, Speedy Gonzalez, leaving, okay? Down random ass streets. Security is chasing her. Production's chasing her. She's stopping. She's turning around. She's looking. She's like, Tesehki's in there. Is Tesehki in there? Yo, I'm scared. Don't let her get me. Don't let her get me. Like a crazy person. Like, she's on something. Like, she's on something, and she's not high on life. I'll tell you that. Like, she is something's wrong with this girl. Like, what are you doing? It was funny, but at the same time, it was worrying. Like, are you okay? And all of this in no shoes, mind you. Like, the girl ain't got no shoes on. She ain't got no socks on. And if you guys have watched any of my other videos, you know how I feel about bare feet on concrete. Anybody that can do that they got some type of other pain tolerance or something that I can't match. I can't. If you are willing to walk around and run around with no shoes on your feet on bare concrete, baby, you won that. You got that. I don't need that from you at all. And she is just juking and running and trying to get away from the cameras because she thinks Tesehki is somewhere trying to get her. Does Tesehki really hit that hard? So then there's a little meeting between Cold Killer, K-Rican, and what's that other girl's name? Fauna. And they are just chopping it up about what happened and this and that. And I find it very funny that nobody has mentioned Cold Killer's face and that it was broken at the previous little rehearsal that they had, because that seems like a serious issue, but they really didn't like address it for real. She said something about it in her confessional, but it really, it's not like brought to attention like that. So they're talking, and you could tell by K-Rican's confessional that she still feel a way about the girls and how they did her at the reunion, because she's just like, I'm gonna focus on me, and I felt this way about that, but I'm just gonna move on with my bitches or whatever. And I feel like the only reason why she's even trying to make up with them or be cool with them is so that she could be on the show and have alliances. I really don't think she's cool with them. I really don't think that she likes that they let Tinka take her through there like that. And I think she's just kind of using them for allies at this point, because they really don't give friendship no more the way they talking about each other in the confessionals. And I'm not gonna say each other, just K-Rican, to be honest with you. And Cold Killer had already said that she really don't go back and forth with her friends, and if it gets to that, then she really not gonna fuck with them no more anyway. So I think Cold Killer might be a little checked out. And then you got K-Rican talking about some, Tinka want to keep fighting, and basically Cold Killer is saying the same thing. Like, Tinka just want to keep fighting us over and over. Her and Dolly cool now, but she want to keep fighting us. And then in the confessional, K-Rican was like, oh yeah, this is why we should have jumped Tinka at the reunion, because she's big, and we should have got at her, but that's not how it went. So you could tell she's very salty about that still. Like, she's really not feeling that. And then side note, K-Rican talks with less of an accent in this scene for some reason. It's so weird to see her talk just without the accent and just regular. I don't know. It was weird to see. So then they cut to Tinka, Lex, Ivory, E.T., and Tesehki. And they're basically talking about all the events of everything that happened and who got beef with who and why they got beef. Lex is really concerned as to why E.T. did not fade Dolly more than once. I don't know what her obsession is about this. It seemed like E.T. trying to be on some I'm not really concerned with these bitches, let it go type of thing, because the beef wasn't really with Dolly, it was with Summer. And then when Summer took herself out the equation, Dolly took on the beef. So why would I continue to go back and forth with this hoe? But Lex just want Dolly and E.T. to have beef so bad. I don't get it. So then Mariah and Persuasion come in. They're talking about how Persuasion shouldn't have bought Mace because it really wasn't needed for the inside baddies. And I agree, even if it was for pressure because she big and all this, get your runs, roll your ones. If you lose, you lose. Just get over it. It's not that big of a deal, who cares? But Persuasion really treats this situation like a real woman. She apologizes. She even admitted it when it happened. Because, child, I don't know if I would have said something. I'd have been like, I don't know who had the Mace. I don't know, child. It wasn't me. Or maybe it was, but I ain't going to say if it was, if it wasn't. I'm just going to sit here. So I appreciate how she handled it. So then, oh my God, Lex talk about she asking Tesehki, what's the issue between Tesehki and Egypt? And Tesehki, girl, I don't have no issue with Egypt. That's the fans, whatever. They want us to fight. And Lex in her confessional is talking about I know the fans want us to go against other heavy hitters. They want me to go against another heavy hitter because I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest. Girl, you've been against another heavy hitter and you lost. Okay? You lost multiple rounds to Ivory. So stop front. You are not the heaviest hitter. Tesehki is the heaviest hitter. Let's argue. Say something about it. So I could wash any comments, any opinions, anything. Tell me when she lost. Tell me how she lost. And I will tell you that you are a liar. Lex, you're a liar. You're not the heaviest. Please have a seat. Have a seat. Talking about they want to see the top two against each other. Baby, I don't know if you're two, but you're definitely not one. Okay? You're not. So if you're talking about Tesehki, baby, please stop. So then we cut to Pressure and Ciroc. Now, apparently off camera somewhere at the event, Ciroc was chilling with E.T. and Pressure took that to mean that Ciroc had issues with her, because I guess Ciroc looked at her and she thought it was a look of do you need that type of look? Ciroc basically explaining girl, my eyes damn near closed. It's wiggling. It's about to fall out. And I don't have no issue with you. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't no look. It wasn't no nothing. I was just living my life, girl, and you took it away. The same way you took some type of nonsense with Rolly because you want beef with anybody that's in the building with you. So Ciroc is just we're good. I'm good. If you good. And they're okay, we good. So they continue to talk. And TT and Hurricane show up and they all start talking together. So, they continue to talk or whatever. And SNUCK is basically like, girl, me and you had just got off the phone. You should have really thought there was nothing based off of me and ET being in the same area. You should have known like that I didn't have no beef with you because of that, basically. So SNUCK drops a little bit of tea about ET saying that she jumped into Pressure and Ivory's fight because Ivory was losing, child. She said Pressure had Ivory tacked to the wall, child, wallpaper, boom, picture frame, bow, and she didn't like it, so that's why she jumped in. So everybody like, yeah, I heard that too. So that's a bit of tea, like, what's going on with that? Can somebody explain? Mm-hmm. So then they talking about who they got beef with and everything, child. And SNUCK was like, I got beef with Mariah because she had posted online that I had kidnapped my son. And everybody like, well, you kidnapped your son? And it was like, well, what made her post that about you? SNUCK is like, oh, I call her mama a crackhead. And Pressure was like, oh, well, then you deserved it then. Like, what? Like, I mean, and I definitely get what Pressure is saying. Like, you talk about somebody's mom, they're going to be mad about it. But, like, it was just weird because that's your friend and y'all sitting there together and y'all chilling. But it starts to get a little bit weird, like, after she says that. So they got some, like, weird tension. They talking over each other and this and that. And then all of a sudden, Pressure jumps up and she like, do you need that? Because the vibes was really just getting very weird. Like, SNUCK is talking about how she talks about kids and she don't care. She gonna say what she want to say and ain't nobody gonna pop her in the mouth about it. And Pressure is like, I don't talk about kids. I'll talk about a bitch, but kids is off limits. So they really got a whole fundamental disagreement about how to handle things. And from there, it's just like kind of shade and, weird vibes from that. So Pressure's just like, what up? Do you need that? So they get the squaring up. So they get the fighting, and I'm just going to give that little fight a little boo, little tomatoes. Like, it really wasn't nothing to be too concerned about. So Pressure in her confessional was talking about, like, yeah, I had you on the phone, and I was telling you to come outside, and you was being scary and this and that. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know how I feel about SNUCK at this point, but I don't think SNUCK is scared to fight. So that's one thing. Like, I just don't get that from her. So I hate when girls try to put that narrative out about other girls because you don't know that somebody is scared of you. Like, that's weird to say. We're all adult women. Like, for somebody to be scared is diabolical, especially when it's not given that. Some girls are scared. They are. I'm not gonna lie. They do be scared, but I don't know. SNUCK just don't give that. And maybe she gave it on the phone, but on the camera and when she out and talking, she seemed like she with it. So SNUCK had on some glasses because her eye is wiggly, right? And she was covering up her eye. And Pressure takes them and throw them in the pool. I'm guessing there's some type of electronical glasses, some meta glasses or whatever. And SNUCK is hot about it. So Pressure start walking into the house and SNUCK get to following her. Girl grab a vacuum cleaner and try to whack her with it. She chasing her down the hallway. Pressure is running. I'm confused on why she's running though. Like, you got up and was asking if somebody need that, and now you running? I'm confused. So SNUCK gets to Pressure, child, knocks her right on through the wall. And they get to fighting for a couple of seconds or whatever. Then security breaks it up. Now, don't get me wrong. It wasn't a long enough fight to really see anything good. But SNUCK did get some hits in on her. And Pressure did look like she was a little bit fumbly and stumbly. Like, she didn't know what was going on quite yet. So Hurricane and TT come up in there. And they like, what's going on. And TT, apparently, she really fucked with Pressure. And Pressure's telling her what's happening. And Hurricane come up in there like, nah, Pressure, like, you being weird. Like, this girl didn't do nothing to you. Why is you tripping? And I would have to agree with Hurricane. Like, it was really not that. Like, it came off weird. I don't know what she was on. It was too much. Like I said, Pressure's just trying to be the show at this point. And it looks fake and weird and whack. She's always talking about people being organic and this and that, but she's not being organic at all. She's being very much put on for the cameras. And I don't really like to see that. I like to see real from the dirt beef. Like, let me know where it really came from. And obviously all of this stuff is not real. It's very produced and very pushed along, but like, don't be cool with somebody and then just all of a sudden be trying to fight them. Like, that's the weird stuff to me. So they argue a little bit about who was being fake and who was calling who and who wanted to be friends and who didn't want to be friends and all this other type of stuff back and forth, y'all. Then they square up for another round. And the fight for the first couple seconds really just goes just the same way that Ciroc and Lex's fight went. Ciroc charging at her and trying to hit her in her face, and the girl's too tall for her. And then it goes off, and that's it. That's the end of the show, you guys. So yeah, I don't know. This episode was good. You know, I always like the fades and everything, but y'all, it was a lot going on. It was too much. It was too much all at one time. Because of the fact that I'm so into the actual fights and I want to see people fight like head up, squared up, there wasn't enough of that in this episode, but it was entertaining nonetheless. Definitely funny, definitely has some cute little parts and whatnot. But yeah, you guys, that is the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to join the tea party. You guys, make sure you subscribe. I need this subscriber count up, y'all. Okay, if y'all like it, if y'all love it, give your girl a subscribe. Okay, all right, you guys, thank you so much.